Hello everyone! In today's video, we're going to discuss a rather surprising leak about brand new characters that could be arriving in the future. As always, everything covered in this video comes from sources that are generally considered credible within the leak community. Alright, let's jump right into today's topic. In the previous video, we took a comprehensive look at the brand new mechanic known as Special Aha Instant, including which upcoming characters are rumored to introduce this new gameplay system. If you haven't watched that discussion yet, I highly recommend checking it out first. Today, however, we're shifting our focus to something just as exciting: the latest leaks surrounding the Honkai starrail x Zenless Zone Zero collaboration. So without further ado, let's get started. As we discussed a few days ago, Honkai starrail is also rumored to be getting a collaboration with Zenless Zone Zero. Several ZZZ characters have previously been mentioned as potential playable units in HSR, including yaoguang, Astra Yao, elation, and Miyabi. However, according to the more reliable sources, only Astra Yao and elation are currently considered likely candidates to become playable. What's particularly interesting now is that we've received a new leak supposedly showing what these two characters would look like in Honkai starrail. So today's discussion isn't really about who they are anymore. Instead, it's about how they'll look if they eventually become playable in HSR. Will their designs remain faithful to their original ZZZ appearances? Or will Hoyoverse redesign them, similar to what happened with the Fate collaboration characters, whose playable HSR versions featured noticeable design changes? Let's start with Astra Yao. This image is rumored to show Astra Yao's playable model for Honkai starrail. If we compare it directly with her design in Zenless Zone Zero, several differences immediately stand out. The most obvious one is the overall color palette. In ZZZ, white is the dominant color throughout Astra Yao's outfit, while red only appears as an accent around her sleeves and shoulders. In the HSR version, however, that color scheme is almost completely reversed. Red becomes the primary color across most of her dress, while white is reduced to smaller accents around the lower part of the outfit. The second noticeable difference is the skirt. In ZZZ, Astra Yao wears a short black skirt. Meanwhile, the HSR version replaces it with a white skirt accompanied by a much longer dress that flows behind her. The third difference can be seen on her legs. In ZZZ, her legs are fully exposed, with a pearl accessory decorating one of them. In the HSR version, she instead wears black stockings. Perhaps the biggest visual change, however, is her microphone. In ZZZ, Astra Yao carries a large golden microphone attached to a decorative stand, making it one of her signature design elements. In the HSR version, she's simply holding a much smaller handheld microphone, giving off a vibe that's actually quite similar to Robin Summer. Now let's move on to elation. Just like Astra Yao, Ellen's rumored HSR model also features several significant changes compared to her original appearance. The first difference once again involves the color palette. In Zenless Zone Zero, Ellen's design combines black, white, and small red accents, reinforcing her maid aesthetic. The HSR version leans much more heavily into black. White is now limited mostly to her collar and small portions of the jacket, making the overall design feel cleaner and more understated. Next comes the outfit itself. In ZZZ, Ellen wears a complete maid uniform, including the white apron, shoulder decorations, and her iconic maid headpiece. In the rumored HSR design, all of those elements have disappeared. Instead, she's wearing a black jacket that covers most of her outfit, shifting her appearance away from the traditional maid aesthetic towards something much more casual. Finally, there are the stockings. In ZZZ, Ellen wears black diamond pattern stockings around her thighs. Those patterns are completely absent in the HSR version. Instead, the stockings appear much simpler, and only one leg is covered, a design choice that's actually fairly common among HSR characters. Unfortunately, there's one thing missing from the leaked image. Rather than holding her signature weapon, Ellen is simply holding a piece of candy. So sadly, we still haven't seen what her weapon might look like in Honkai starrail. So those are the two rumored character models that could potentially be used if Astra Yao and Ellen Zhou eventually become playable in HSR. However, this is where things become much more interesting. Shortly after these images began spreading throughout the community, Seal Leaks made a post responding directly to them. And the response surprised a lot of people. In the post, Seal Leaks shared the very same image. But here's the interesting part. That image didn't only include Astra Yao and Ellen Zhou. It also featured supposed models for Aventurin Wave Flare, Pearl, Nihilex, Galaxy Ranger Girl, and Stephen Lloyd. According to Seal Leaks, the entire image was AI generated. In other words, it's most likely not showing the actual character models. If that's true, then every single model in that image, from Nihilex all the way to Ellen Zhou, is likely AI generated and therefore highly unreliable. Of course, there's still a small possibility that the images were based on real material before being enhanced using AI. But without any supporting evidence, it's extremely difficult to treat that explanation as credible. And considering Seal Leaks' reputation within the community, they appear fairly confident that these images are entirely AI generated. Outside of the model controversy, Seal Leaks also shared another important piece of information in a separate post. According to them, Stephen Lloyd and Galaxy Ranger Girl are currently not expected to become playable at any point during the 4.x series. Regardless of whether these leaked models are real or fake, there's still an interesting question worth discussing. If Astra Yao and Ellen Zhou really do become playable in Honkai starrail one day, how much would you want Hoyoverse to redesign them? Would you prefer they stay as close as possible to their original Zenless Zone Zero appearances? Or would you welcome larger design changes to better match Honkai starrail's overall aesthetic? So that's everything we have to discuss today. Even though these leaked models are most likely fake, we did at least receive an important update confirming that Stephen Lloyd and Galaxy Ranger Girl probably won't be playable during the 4.x patches. And with that, we've reached the end of today's discussion. Thank you all so much for watching this video all the way to the end. Don't forget to share it with your fellow Honkai starrail players so they can stay up to date with the latest information as well. Your support through likes and subscriptions means a lot and helps this channel continue creating informative content in the future. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all in the next discussion.